Hey guys, Erroneous here with another Raid Shadow Legends video. Just a pretty quick video and an update also on Roric. I think Wyrmbane is the name. So this guy, Roric Wyrmbane, pretty decent champion. I've got 20 fragments already. And just to show you the tournaments where I'm at, I think I'll be able to get this guy. Fragment summons are much easier than fusion champs, to be honest with you. So he should be pretty easy for, or at least more accessible for most players out there. Tag Team Arena Tournament. This isn't part of the Roric Fragment summon. So if you do want to do Tag Team, it's totally cool that you do it. But just know that you're really just pushing for Relentless gear there. And it's very good Relentless gear at that. Champion Training, this is part of the Fragment summon. So make sure you're upgrading your champions now. This is the best time to do it. Make sure you have tons of chickens ready to go, tons of champions ready to go to just feed into your champions that you're trying to upgrade. You definitely want to go for both the fragments if you can get there. I'll definitely get there soon. I'll probably get there today, probably tonight. And then Classic Arena. Most people should be able to get the Classic Arena. Unless you're a very, very new player, you should be able to get those 5 fragments right here at 3:30. And then Dragon Tournament starts tomorrow in 14 hours. Then we go on to our events. Under events, we do have the Summon Rush going on right now. So for the Roric Fragment Summon, I'm probably going to try to go for the 5 fragments, maybe 10 fragments. I definitely won't be able to get to the 3,500 milestone reward points, let alone get to these chickens. I've never made it that far before. I just don't ever have enough shards to pull. So I'll most likely get to 1750, hopefully. I do have 1 sacred shard that I can pull, and we'll see how that goes. I'm going to pull this one right now. I'm hoping for a legendary. We also have a 10 times event going because Plarium is clearly trolling us right now. They see that there are certain champions that can solo Bommel the Dreadhorn, like Samar Gemcursed, which he was an absolute trash champion until Bommel came out. Now he can solo it by himself. So clearly Plarium is thinking that, oh, we're just going to throw this legendary in there. People will buy a bunch of shards and try to go for this Samar Gemcursed. They also threw in Shiramani, who's a good support-based champion. She's a healer, and she also has an attacks all enemies and a 100% chance to freeze if you book it out. Also fills the champion's turn meter by 10% for each attacked enemy. So that's kind of cool. And then you have, of course, Vizier. He's an older champion, but also a very, very good champion. Vizier does have an extend buff ability. He also applies a debuff spread ability. So on his A1, 35% chance to increase the duration of all debuffs for 1 turn. Extremely, extremely good for Clan Boss. He will be very, very, very good for Bommel the Dreadhorn as well. So if you throw on some decreased attack or a decreased defense or anything else like poisons, he can extend those poisons and make that your game a lot faster. Of course, you do have the Voids. If you get a legendary, you could get Gurgle the Augur, another freeze champion, and you guessed it, they're trying to give us these freeze champions and these solo Bommel champions because it's in their favor, it's in their best interest. So personally, I don't think I'm going to pull Voids for this guy, although he is really cool. He does have a 50% chance to placing a freeze debuff on the attacker for 1 turn if this champion loses more than 20% of the max HP on 1 hit. And then, let's see, removes 2 random buffs from all enemies, has an 80% chance of placing a freeze debuff on them for 1 turn, grants an extra turn. So that's kind of cool. It also books out to a 100% chance, but he also gets an extra turn, which is nice. I'm not going to go over this girl, Exemplar. She's not that great. I think she just has a freeze on the A3. Burangiri, everybody knows. Vogoth, everybody knows. He's a great passive healer. He'll heal your team if he gets attacked. And then Anax is a good champion as well. He's got the decreased accuracy. So you can see all this kind of is aiming towards Bommel the Dreadhorn because everybody's stuck on him in the Doom Tower. So if you guys want to pull your shards for that, great. I could just sit here and pull mystery shards all day, every day. But what I'm probably going to do is pull a sacred and then pull as many mysteries as I possibly can. I'll probably pull about 1,200 mysteries. Or maybe I'll just pop a few ancient shards because I know we have, next week we got a 2 times void. And I think the week after that it might be either a 10 times ancient or a 2 times ancient. So I want to save as many ancient shards as I can. So without further ado, here we go. I am hoping for a legendary. If I do get a legendary, I would prefer Shiramani. Actually, you know what? Vizier would be amazing. Shiramani or Vizier would be awesome. I wouldn't mind Samar, but I prefer Shiramani. So let's see what we got. Ah, okay. Okay, this is an okay champion. I don't think I have her yet. Fane, very good clan boss champion. She does have a decreased defense and weaken on her A3, and it's down to a 4-turn cooldown when booked, and 100% chance of placing bolts. So she attacks one enemy 3 times. First hit has a 75% chance of placing a decreased defense debuff for 3 turns. Second hit has a 75% of placing a 25% weaken for 3 turns. And the third hit heals this champion by 4% of their max HP for every debuff on the target. So she was built completely for Clan Boss. Then on here, we've got attacks one enemy, 75% chance of placing 2 5% poisons. I mean, she can also do good in... With this kit here, probably good in Dragon. I don't know if she's strong affinity at being a spirit. And then her A1 attacks one enemy 2 times. Each hit has a 35% chance of stealing 5% of the target's current turn meter. Of course, this is not going to work on Clan Boss or against the Dragon, but I do want to take a peek at the Dragon and just see if on stage 20 she is a positive affinity. So on stage 20, she is actually negative affinity against the Dragon, but on stage 25, she is positive affinity because Spirit is better than Force. So she would be good on stage 25, just not great on stage 20, because if she lands a weak hit, she won't land the decreased defense or the weaken. So not bad there. I think I will go ahead and just pull 5 ancient shards. I'm not going to make a mistake again and pull 10 ancient shards like I did before. So here we go. Crimson Slayer. Okay, Rotting Mage. Courtier. And one more. Come on, what can we get? Can we at least get a epic? No. Okay. Oh, this is a new guy. Lumberer. Decreased defense, weak version on A1. Decreased defense, or sorry, decreased attack. Decreased defense, big version on the A2. So that's kind of cool, but it's only on one enemy, 75% chance. And attacks all enemies. Okay. Nothing crazy. So, that's going to do it for me today, guys. Hopefully you guys are trying to go for Roric. If you're a new account, I highly suggest going for him. He's not a bad champion. And I'll show you him really quickly before I let you guys go. Roric does have an A1. Each hit 40% chance placing a stun, which is nice. And each hit fills the champion's turn meter by 15% if the target is not under a stun debuff. So that's nice. A2 attacks one enemy, has an 80% chance of decreasing the target's turn meter by 75% if this skill fully depletes the target's turn meter. Also has an 80% chance of placing a stun debuff on all other enemies for 1 turn, books out to a 100% chance. On his A3, attacks one enemy, will ignore 50% of the target's defense, and his passive effect will always use this skill instead of the default skill when counterattacking. And it's a very strong skill as well. I've seen in some videos for some content creators that he hits upwards of 300,000 damage, so if you're at endgame, he will hit very hard, but for most endgame players, they're probably not going to use a single target damage dealer like this anyways, unless they're just trying to have some fun with the game. On the A4, which is just the aura, he does have immune to stun debuffs, so this is really cool, especially if you're going to play him in arena. There are people that use stun mechanics a lot. There are champions, like there was just a 10 times with one of the champions. I forget what his name is, but he does a stun for AoE. I actually want to show you really quickly who that champion is. Sacred Order, I believe. Let's see, right here, Astralon. So Astralon does have a stun mechanic on his A3, and Roric is immune to that, so that's really cool. And then just to show you, he does have a 19% speed, aura, and all battles as well in Roric Wyrmbane. So really good aesthetics as well. That's going to do it for me though, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. It wasn't very long, but I wanted to make it a quick one just to give you a quick update on where I'm at in the game. Hope you guys are progressing well in your accounts as well. Please feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Subscribing is going to allow me to get some more content out there. And then maybe if you guys leave a comment down below on what you like specifically for content, I can try to go ahead and create some content surrounding that. Thanks again, and take care.